Hi, Carly here. We're sharing some of our favorite episodes from our Patreon archives here on the main feed. If you're looking for even more Sister Wives content, we've recapped all 20 seasons, and every recap is available ad-free on Patreon at patreon.com/survivingpod. And for a limited time, use code SSW50 to get 50% off of your first month. Thanks for listening and enjoy the episode.
Surviving Sister Wives contains adult content that may not be suitable for Latter-day Saints or sinners. Listener discretion is advised.
Hello and welcome to Surviving Sister Wives, the podcast where a monogamous couple drink heavily while recapping Sister Wives on TLC.
I'm Corey.
And I'm Carly. And this is Season 9, Episode 1, A Secret Marriage.
It's a secret! Don't tell nobody! You gotta keep your secrets.
This is a good episode. Well, half the episode is a good episode. Let's make sure to say that at the top of the podcast here.
Yeah, because, again, we don't do tell-alls, and, man, they really slipped this one in, because we thought it was going to be a big, long episode, because this is right around the time in the series where they switch over to, 2 hours long. But no, they did, an entire collection of tell-all, never been told, tell-all raw. Was what they labeled it as.
Tell-all raw.
Sister Wives,
and
tell-all.
Yes, it said raw in a big, bold stamp that came across the screen.
Boom. Vince
It was
McMahon approved.
bad.
Oh, yeah, it wasn't good.
As we know, the old tell-all's not real great. We got to see a lot of flashbacks of the makeup from, was that the season 6 tell-all?
Season 5, season 6.
Something like
It was
that?
around there. It was, with the clown makeup.
Yes, the Geico caveman look that Kody was rocking.
When they had a mortician, apparently, who came in on discount. A mortician in training, probably.
It wasn't even just the makeup. Christine was dressed like Raggedy Ann. It was very confusing.
There was a lot going on. Yeah.
It was a lot of that. So we're just recapping the first half of the episode.
43 minutes of solid goodness there. This should be like Marriage by Omission. I think that should be the name of the episode. I think that would have been a good name for it.
You got that TLC description?
Yeah, I guess we can do the TLC description for this one. Many new questions arise following the official divorce of Kody and Meri, and we look at the most dramatic, shocking, and raw tell-all moments of the series, but we're not doing that.
Except not really.
Except not really. Let's hear the Carly episode rewrite description, since that's not much of a description at all.
Meri is rewarded for her heroic efforts with a house salad. Janelle reluctantly extends an olive branch. Kody and Robyn make it legal with a secret rendezvous.
A rendezvous. R-A-W,
Oh, I am so excited to talk about this episode because I had so many fill-ins if we could use some Brown family dialect.
Yes.
The first couple times I saw this, and then I felt like I had a paradigm shift watching it this time.
Oh, reversing in the flipping a reversal, flipping whiplash here. But I think, do you think that Mary's house salad had olives on it? If Janelle's extending an olive branch, do you think Mary's house salad had olives?
She picked them off.
She did. I would
She
guarantee
discarded
it.
them.
Yeah, she was probably like, ah.
But first, before we get this pony in the water, we have some Brown family announcements, some social media announcements.
Yeah, because we were talking it up because we thought this was going to be a longer episode. So, hey, let's do a little social media roundup here, first and foremost, before we jump into the episode.
First, we got congratulations to Mykelti and Tony. This is kind of old news at this point. If you're paying close attention to what's going on in the sister-wife world.
But we won't hear about it on the show for another 5 to 10 to 15 years.
Mykelti and Tony are expecting twins.
And no, that's not the baby she's pregnant with that we've seen on the show in season 16. That baby has already been born and is alive and well. Now they're on to another set, another pregnancy, separate from the one that we've been filming and cataloging and talking about in recent seasons.
Come on, TLC.
It's just hit the fast forward. Come on. We know what's going on.
Let's just pretend that we didn't know about the first one. Just show us the birth of the twins. Let's pick up there.
And be like, oh, surprise. This was always the plan.
This was the one we were talking about the whole time.
And we've always had this kid, too. So I don't know how you guys missed that.
I will say, let's give it to McKelty for upping the ante the second time around. We're not going to have just another plain old Brown family birth. We are going to have twins, which adds something spicy for us to watch.
I'm surprised. I think people have pointed this out, too. It's kind of amazing that there weren't more sets of twins in the family.
That is fascinating, isn't it?
That they had all of these children, like, individually.
Until now.
But yeah, well, now this is, I guess, next generation.
I'm excited for this.
Okay. I'm not.
Something to look forward to 3 years down the road.
I know it's going to be more home birth footage, but even though this is probably a higher risk pregnancy, you got to get to your medical facilities. Please be responsible and have your birthing plan ready to go.
Yeah, I don't know about, not a mother, don't know about any of that, but good luck, McKelty and Tony. We're here for the storyline in a couple of seasons.
And stay safe out there, I guess, is what I'm trying to say.
Next, a very important announcement for the fandom.
This is big.
On June 28th, 2022, Meri's child posted to Instagram asking that for now on, we use Leon or Leo, whichever is preferred, which, growing up in the 90s, going to say I have a little bit of a preference for Leo.
I went straight to Dr. Evil. Leo!
And that we use they, them pronouns.
And we will give a little bit of context, maybe for the first few times, especially on the rewatch episodes, if we're going back. Just to provide some context, give everybody a reminder if there's new listeners, if there's people who don't follow the show in the off season and on social media as closely as we all do.
Because believe it or not,
shockingly,
there will be a portion of the audience who does not know this information at some point. So
always, yeah.
Just keep that in mind, because the old episodes, they're going to stay as is. We cannot go back and edit them. There's no way.
No.
This is a place of respect, so that is what we are going to be doing. We are going to be respecting Leon or Leo. Leo. I'm going to end up saying Leo, so you guys better get used to it.
Yeah.
But we're going to respect Leo's boundaries. That's all for the social media roundup. Just as a reminder, we have a Patreon, patreon.com/survivingpod.
And we are coming up on the end of the month. So if you sign up at the beginning of the month on July 1st, then that'll give you a full month. You'll get the full benefit of that sign-up time. So we're coming up on the perfect time to sign up for the Patreon right at the beginning of a new month. And remember that every dollar you pledge just makes us a little bit more successful than my sister wife's closet. And that's the real reason. All
right, that pony's saddled up and we are ready to go.
Yeah, I think we started off with a big old recap of season 8, but we have been, I was going to say knee-high to a pig's eye in season 8 the past few months here. We have been all about it. Meri went to a lawyer, Ronald McDonald Reynolds, Esquire. She's been in his law offices for all of 2 hours at this point. She's divorcing Kody legally. That's
where we left off at the end of the last episode last season. And here we are, we're picking right back up. Robyn tells us it's important that Kody adopt Dayton, Aurora, Brianna, or they'd go right back to their deadbeat dad if something happened to her. We got to set the stakes for the season.
Right, yeah. So we have to rewatch the entire signature process here of the legal process of divorce, but without the Down to the River to Pray soundtrack this time around. Thank goodness. So that was nice.
That was just a musical element that they added to cap off the last season.
Right, for the real emotional pull and draw. But honestly, I thought the soundtrack that they should have done, because everybody's like, well, with this major shift in the family dynamic, what is this going to mean? Is this going to change things? Is this going to be what's going to happen now with my relationship with Kody and the rest of the wives? And that's where I think that they should have had that's just the way it is. Things will never be the same. That's it.
They missed an opportunity there.
Yeah, they could have revamped it, I think.
Did you notice that outside of the office, because again, we watched the whole signature thing, and then we get Robyn's reaction to them signing the divorce papers, and she's acting like she's upset, and she talks about how it's hurting her, which is kind of hilarious because, again, at the end of the day, it all has to come back to how Robyn feels about it. But she's not crying. We had a lot of facial scrunching, no tears.
Yeah, it hurt, though.
It hurt.
It hurt.
We can tell visibly looks like she's in pain.
Did you like Ronald McDonald Esquire's reaction too? Because we didn't get this at the end of the last episode where he's just like, hard life.
No, I didn't see that.
That was it. That was his reaction, is that it's a hard knock life for us. It's a hard knock life. Instead of treated, we get tricked. Instead of kisses, we get kicked.
Oh, if Kody could adopt a song to be the Brown family theme song, that would be it.
It's a hard knock life.
Now they've got to do some important things, like tell the children that their legal mother, I was going to say legal mommy. No, Meri no longer has the legal marriage, and Robyn now does. And they have to get Kody and Robyn married, and then they have to file for the adoption. Those are the steps that they are going to continue to remind us of multiple times in this episode, and to my prediction the rest of the season.
And again, that probably could have been done in no particular order. I mean, obviously the divorce and the marriage license thing, that has to be done in a certain order. But maybe the adoption process, that could have been some of those things, or the relinquishing of parental rights, some of those higher hurdles that are going to be a little bit tougher to clear. I think we probably should have started there just to see how this whole thing is shaping up. Maybe.
Do they ever really plan anything out, though?
I don't think so.
I don't think it's a strong suit of this family.
No, it hasn't been for the last 8 seasons.
Kody's in a celebratory mood after signing the divorce papers. So he and Meri are going to head out for a little dinner.
Over to Hugo's cellar.
They ditched Robyn, and they went out for house salads at the Golden Nugget.
They're going to celebrate their covenant. And yeah, it did not look like a good meal at all. House salad and water.
And water,
yes. Yeah. No beverages, no main course, no discourse between the two of them either. Basically just Meri being sad, and that was about it.
She was happy for a moment because Kody did acknowledge that he's really impressed by Meri. She made the sacrifice, and that he's proud to be married to her after this.
I'm proud to be divorced of you, Meri.
But checkmate, right? This is what Meri wanted out of this. You cannot convince me that this man has not been sleeping with her for 4 years now, pretty much, since he and Robyn got married. That's pretty close, maybe 2 years.
She's got a bachelor's degree in celibacy with Kody going on here.
And she made this huge gesture to show her commitment to the family and some selflessness. And it's paying off right here because she got attention from Kody for it.
Yeah, she got to throw around a couple of heavy sighs as well, too. That's going to be her main line, I think, for this entire season as well, too. Just a lot of heavy sighs.
Then it's 2 weeks later. Fast forwarding. I love when we fast forward the story on this show.
Moving through the timeline lightning quick here. Yeah, it's 2 weeks later, but we're catching Kody doing some yard work here as he is spreading grass seed by hand from a bag in Robyn's backyard.
He's just clawing the grass seed out of the bag, and Robyn is wondering, when are we going to get this pony in the water? We got to get Meri over here. We need to talk about the next steps because we completed step 1. There are multiple steps to this master plan.
And look, I have to do a sidebar here because this is...
I know you want to talk about the grass seed.
There's so much to talk about. There's so much to talk about here because as a new homeowner, I've had to learn a lot about lawn care recently. And holy shit, I think the label that I looked up from the brand name that I could see and matching it with the label, I had to do some forensics on this too. I had to Google search back to like the 2015 label and see what it was. But I'm pretty sure he's using fescue grass, which is great for like low water drought situations. That makes sense for Vegas, right? But it's not meant for extended direct sunlight. It's a shade plant. So you shouldn't have that in direct extended sunlight. How much sunlight do you think they get in Robyn's backyard on a given day?
Quite a lot.
Probably more than 2 to 6 hours of direct sunlight. So
everyone has fallen asleep at this point.
I just let it be known that Kody's using the shady blend, and that's not the only shady shit that's going on in Robyn's backyard right now.
No, it is not. Because we are having Meri come over for a little chat. We're going to sit at a picnic table, something that this family is renowned for.
Yeah, I wonder if that's the same picnic table that's out at Coyote Pass right now, because it's still there. They haven't built anything.
And Robyn has already got a lawyer working on the adoption papers. So someone has kicked off another step. But they got to talk about the legal marriage.
Yeah, we got any feedback from Ronald McDonald on that divorce yet? Send anything through yet? Nope, nothing. And hey, we got to do this marriage license thing. That's the priority.
Right. And this comes up because, as we know, Robyn came to the divorce. Meri is already thinking about it. And she tells them, I don't really know if I want to be involved when you two get married because I don't think I want to know the date.
Well, either that, and then she also, just as part of excusing herself from that step in the process, she was like, I didn't like how emotional I got at the divorce. I didn't think it was going to hit me like that. And I don't want to have that same reaction at your guys' wedding, essentially. The marriage certificate process for you guys. I don't want to be weeping in the corner.
Now, the interesting thing about this is that Kody reacts and tells her, we've been doing this as a team.
Why? What?
He does not like that she doesn't want to come.
Yeah, we've been doing this as a team. Well, like as a team of three, since Christine and Janelle don't really count. Us at the picnic table crew, we have been doing this as a team.
Then Robyn gets into this conversation as well. She wants Meri there. She wants her kids there. These are the things that are important.
Robyn's like, Meri, I need you there. I need to see you cry. I need to see the despair in your eyes because I only got a little taste of that at the divorce paperwork signing, and I liked it, and I need some more of that.
I loved it, and I need more of it.
I need it. I need more of that, and I need you there.
She's trying to make Meri feel better about the whole legal marriage anniversary, so we get a little word salad from Robyn. Maybe it becomes an anniversary that we're sitting here and working on uniting the family.
That's what it would be in celebration of. It's not another wedding. It's not another marriage between Robyn and Kody. This is just getting everything in line to adopt Dagnor and Brianna.
Which, honestly, I don't hate the idea of. What did you think about it? The word salad, I hated.
It's hard to follow the train of thought when the track is laid out in this pattern.
I like the idea, though, of there being a date where they celebrate the family having come together as a blended family.
I thought they already did that 5 years ago. Remember, they declared it. They are a united family, and there's no more drama related to that. End of story, and that's it.
Right, and then we had a whole commitment ceremony.
And then we were still doing stuff about it.
All right,
every
I guess
season.
You're right. We signed a contract, the whole family.
The Declaration of Kody Brown Family.
So I take it back. But, all right, it's an idea Robyn's trying to float out there to make Meri more comfortable with the idea of there being a second wedding date. But
it's for the frickin' children.
It's for the frickin' children. Somehow, though, we go from that thought to Meri throwing out there that she knows someone who is a little person who is also an Elvis impersonator.
Yeah, there was a whole chain that got us to this point.
And not just an Elvis impersonator, but an Elvis impersonator that can marry them.
Right. It can be a legal marriage. They can be an officiant, and this could happen. Now, there's a spinoff, right? That's an idea.
I'm not sure if Robyn doesn't know what a little person means or if she doesn't know who Elvis is.
She's on TLC.
But
she has to know. At that point,
she is very confused when Meri throws that out there. And honestly, why wouldn't she be? Because a minute ago, she was talking about how she doesn't want to come. But now she's planning the wedding.
But I like how Meri was like, I don't want to be there because I can't trust myself to not hold a grudge for you guys having 2 anniversaries. Because I sure as shit would celebrate the hell out of it if I was getting that benefit. If I only had a spiritual marriage and then I was getting a legal wife treatment, I would definitely mark that date on my calendar and rub everybody's face in it.
I would definitely choose that week to go to Mexico.
Yeah, we'd be doing a little family trip and making it special on my night.
But if I were there, I would definitely want an Elvis impersonator little person to officiate. And I would love to be the photographer for that.
And I wouldn't cry. That's what Meri's worried about. She's worried about having emotions at this. And so she's like, how can I make it just ridiculous? Over the top absurd, where then I'm comfortable at least.
You know what? That would have made a great episode.
That would have been awesome.
Just have a really absurd celebration. Just everything Vegas-y that
So
you
Vegas.
can think of.
Yeah, like at a Cirque du Soleil performance in the background.
In full costume, Elvis impersonator, the whole deal.
And drive-through. Yeah, you could do the drive-through officiant one. But I think that was her first idea, was pitching that. And then Kody's like, yeah, no, we're not doing
Too
that.
many cars.
Yeah, it's too much of a risk at flats, and we can't do that.
We'll never make it to the wedding on time.
Scary. I can't risk it.
And Kody tells us for the 100th time that this is just about adopting the kids.
It's for the freaking children. This is just a paperwork shuffle. Nothing big. It's just about adopting the kids.
Now we shift gears a little bit. We are going to visit Janelle, who has decided to get the ball rolling because she knows the ball's going to drop soon on her New Year's resolution, which is, again, to try to work things out with Meri.
Yeah, Janelle and Meri's past is still haunting the show. Even though they don't really ever address it, they just talk about how shit it was at one point. But let's not talk about it directly. Let's go to Nancy and talk about it, because I don't want to deal with it directly with you. I don't trust myself in that situation to handle it appropriately.
That's where we are. Janelle is heading over to Meri's house. She's going to pitch this idea. She's going to extend the olive branch, if you will. And she starts out being just extremely, extremely awkward.
Yeah, good thing the anthropologist really lit a fire under Janelle about 3 months ago to make sure she comes over and addresses this stuff with Meri. But she still, apparently in that time, has not thought about what she was going to say or how she was going to bring this up.
I kind of think that Meri intimidates her.
Rightfully so at this point.
I feel like even if she had a plan to walk in there and say something to Meri, all it takes is a look from Meri, or for her to think Meri's in a certain mood, and then she does not know what to say anymore.
You know what probably happened? So the divorce has already taken effect here. So Meri is no longer the #legal wife. So maybe some of her power has kind of depleted at this point. She's lost some of that intimidation factor. And so Janelle feels comfortable going into her home and bringing it up at this time because she's in a weakened state.
Just barely, though, because she only really gets into the entryway. She doesn't really go beyond that point.
Well, Janelle didn't want. Yeah, she was like, I can't go too far in here. I have to be able to pull this ripcord at any point.
I need to stay within arm's length of the doorknob.
Like hand resting on the knob. Just, hey, Meri.
And Meri's very confused about why Janelle is here, because it seems like she has something important to say, but she's not spitting it out.
And then we get a nice pillow talk situation where Robyn and Christine are just chiming in to comment on this. So they're on the couch speaking to this scene, which I thought was interesting, because then Robyn has to chime in as the sister-wife expert. Sister-wife relationships are tough, and they can be very complicated. Did you know that? You have to be very careful because they can be hard if you don't manage them very well. Doesn't she know it?
She knows it. And this is where Christine makes a comment that was amazing. She mentions that a lot of wives are different enough that they really don't do any more than coexist. That's the extent of their relationship. And there isn't always this best friend relationship that sister wives are depicted as having. You know, the one that they've pretend at first that they had, that it turns out none of them really have.
Right. Yeah. And I was having flashbacks to remember the drive-by pop-in conversation that Robyn snuck on Christine before COVID in more recent seasons, in season 15, where Christine has to explain to Robyn again, we don't have to do things all together. We really don't. We really don't.
You did see like blood drain out of Robyn's face when Christine said that on the couch in this scene.
She was like, uh-oh.
You're not supposed to go that far and say that.
You're not supposed to say it. We just don't do things, but you don't say it.
Now we're back at the house with Janelle and Meri. And Janelle has said, I know that throughout the years you offered me a number of olive branches so that we could try to work on our relationship. And I admittedly turned them down. But I've been working on myself and talking to Nancy, and I would like to try to come to a better place between the two of us.
And Meri expected this. She knew this must have been hard for Janelle to bring up. And she's been on that side of it before. It's a hard subject to bring up. But let's go ahead and sit down and talk about it. So now you're in the lion's den. And
Janelle really did not want to.
She's realizing at this point she may have made a huge mistake. Because now we're going to sit down and talk about it. And Janelle's like, I don't know if I was like ready. I hadn't even thought through how to bring it up. And that was about as far as I got. And now we're kind of having like a small conversation about it. And it's not a safe space yet, but we're going to try and talk about this and figure out what we're going to do.
Even though Meri has suspected that this was something that was coming, and she had plenty of time to think about what her response may be, what she says to Janelle is, that was really hard to say, wasn't it?
What did you think of Meri's response in general to how Janelle brought this up?
I thought that was extremely passive aggressive, because the point was that she knows it's really hard to say that, because she's been the one saying it all these years with all of those olive branches that she's extended to Janelle that just got swatted out of her hand. And she wants it to be clear that she is loving that Janelle had to get to that place to be vulnerable enough to come to her and say it this time.
And that was what I was getting worried about, was that she was going to make her grovel to earn the relationship back and prove it to me that you want this. Why do you want this now? At all times, why do you want it now?
She is asking her to grovel.
She does, yeah. She kind of is. And that was what I was worried about. And I was like, oh no, don't do that.
She wants to know really, like, why is it, again, why are we doing this now? After all these years, it's been 20 plus years. We've been sweeping issues under the rug. It's been working for us. We can have a functional relationship where we work together as a team, you know, except for in the whole Robyn, Kody, Meri divorce, remarriage.
Well, you're
situation.
not on. Yeah, you're not on that team.
You're not on that team.
We've established that already. So what kills me about this conversation is I feel like Meri didn't receive the information well, because then, yeah, it was still coming from like kind of a revenge motive that she was interacting with Janelle in this conversation. Whereas at the time, I feel like it would have been more beneficial to be like, let me think about that. Like, I really appreciate you bringing that up. But I kind of closed that off, because even the way she was bringing up, oh, can I be honest with you? The last year or so, I didn't even want to mess around with you anymore. I thought that bridge had been burned and that was it. So even just coming at it with that sort of finality and essentially blaming Janelle for the reason for her being closed off and building a wall. She's got her wall up, so you know it's serious. But I think that, so like just from that standpoint alone, Meri wasn't ready to have this conversation, but she was jumping in.
Right. And what's even more disturbing about that's the place that we're at, that we're coming at this conversation from, is that Meri tells us that she's been seeing a therapist for the past 5 years. So are we making any progress, or how's that going?
I don't know.
It just, again, like you said, it seemed like maybe you would react by saying, wow, that kind of caught me off guard. I didn't expect you to say that. You know that I've wanted to work on a relationship for all these years, or over a number of times that I've extended that offer to you. And because you were closed off to it, I thought that door was shut. So I need to think about this.
Even just, to give yourself a little bit of time to kind of process that and work through it and just say, yeah, I really appreciate where we're at and you filling me in on that and like making me aware of it. Let me think about that a little bit and kind of reanalyze and rethink some of the stuff, because I kind of went this other direction where I thought it was over. I thought it was done, and now it's not. So let me kind of reprocess that. But I think she just jumped right to the guilt tripping and
being reactionary.
The reactions that took place.
And also she acknowledges that her relationship with Janelle has not been good. Obviously, they had a lot of issues at the beginning. They both kind of messed things up, but she sees how things she said came out aggressive. And yet this reaction is itself aggressive.
Slightly aggressive, yeah, it can be. And I think what Meri is pointing out here too, the other way she's kind of attacking Janelle in this situation is she's saying, are you even going to be honest to work through this stuff now?
Are you going to be real?
Are you going to be real when we're there?
Because if we're going to go out our way to do this, you need to be real.
It needs to be worth it for me. I'm not going to waste my time and go and talk about all this stuff that's hard to talk about and then find out later that you're still just mad and harboring stuff behind my back.
Well, I agree with that. That would annoy me. I think that the issue here that could have been articulated much clearly and better is that it sounds like what happens is Janelle doesn't speak up for herself and she'll just be very agreeable to things. And then later on down the road, Meri finds out there was an issue. So they're both kind of saying the same thing because Janelle's explaining that she needs to be in Nancy's office to be able to feel safe in expressing her emotions and being honest. And Meri is saying she wants that honesty. So we're both saying the same thing.
But she's not hearing, she's not hearing the part where it's like, well, that's why I'm asking you to come with me to go see Nancy.
Right. That's the reason why we're doing it now, because I have a place where I feel safe with a third party who can be there to listen to what we're both saying and help us work through it together.
So maybe this will work out. Maybe it'll be something that will be beneficial. I guess we'll see, because from the sounds of season 16, doesn't seem like we ever got any progress. We're pretty much in the same place, if not worse than where we are at this stage in the rewatch.
Now we are going to fast forward another 2 weeks. We're at warp speed in this episode.
Yeah, we're just flying by.
And Meri and Kody have had their divorce papers signed for some time now. And she has gotten an email saying their divorce is final.
And she's reading through the legal documents that have been sent over. It's been dissolved, set aside, forever held for naught. And she's still in denial. I'm not actually divorced. Kody and I are married, and we always will be.
It almost like sends her on a little, like she starts to spin. She's starting to freak out a little bit because the verbiage in the letter is like a lot of legalese. It is kind of like scary language in a way. Like it sounds very final, which is, again, the point of the document.
Well, yeah, it's very formal, final, and permanent.
Yes. And that is contrary to what they believe with their spiritual marriages. On the couch, Janelle and Christine are reacting to that, and they're laughing about how they all better really like each other because their marriage and family unit will stay together even after death in their religion.
And Meri is convinced that she knows what matters, her eternal marriage to Kody. That's what matters.
Like I've said before, she's going to make sure that hers is the last face that Kody sees before he goes to the Celestial Kingdom.
I believe it. Deathbed wife.
Now it is time to start telling people this information because apparently Meri's the only one copied on the email. Isn't that interesting? I don't think that's true because she invites Robyn over. Robyn is the first one who gets to hear about the marriage being final.
Well, that's usually, yeah, but she was the one who went in and asked for the divorce and did the paperwork and stuff. It's great that Kody was there to sign it and everything like that too, but since she was the one who came to Ronald McDonald Esquire, I think that was why he would be sending her the document specifically.
I think they're probably both copied on the email, but it becomes part of this little interaction here.
Little drama with Robyn.
Right. Meri sits Robyn down in her office, which I don't know what she's selling at this point, but I don't know if it was my sister wife's closet stuff, but there's a lot of cubbies in the background. It was very distracting.
Yeah, because at first I was like, is that LuLaRoe stuff? But no, she doesn't start doing that until like 2016. And this is like the end of 2014 at this point. So it's definitely pre-LuLaRoe, but it's something else she's hawking, I'm sure, at that point. It's probably some my sister wife's closet aprons and B shirts that Robyn made.
We get Robyn's reaction to the fact that the divorce is final.
Well, that sucker's done, huh? Ooh, that sucker's done, huh?
I mean, what else do you say?
Stick a fork in it, it's done, Meri.
But Robyn then realizes that Meri has not told Kody yet that she is the first one that is called over to the house. And she thinks that's a bit improper.
Yeah, maybe he should have been here instead of me.
That's where I'm wondering, like, isn't he copied on the email? Come on.
That's where
it's your divorce.
I think that's just where she flips. Yeah, that's where you see a big turn where she's like, "Ooh, I don't think I should be here." Kody doesn't want me knowing this stuff. I know we're a team and everything, but Kody still likes to find stuff out first.
You know she's got Cody's mailbox on her phone.
Oh, probably.
She saw that email come in. She had to mark it as unread after she looked at it.
But then we're just getting more vague shit from Meri. Just vague stuff. Robyn's bringing up legal marriage stuff.
And now Meri expresses that she feels like, you know what? I thought about all this. I like being part of this team. So I think I can come to the legal marriage.
She's on board with the team effort discussions that have taken place. So now she can be there. She can be supportive. She's a better person now than she was 2 weeks ago at the picnic table.
On the couch. This is I think my favorite part of the whole divorce stuff. Was Meri starts hysterically laughing about how now she needs to tell Kody that they're divorced.
You gotta laugh to keep from crying.
In an extremely rare moment, we see Kody playing with Truly when Meri ends up calling.
I thought that was shocking as well, because he's at Christine's house playing with the girls.
One thing's clear, though. Meri has won a lot of points with Christine because we know these two haven't been besties, and she just cannot get over how selfless and sweet of an act it is that Meri has offered to do this for Robyn. So we're singing Meri's praises for now.
For now. Yeah, we'll see. Because Kody comes over, and it's Meri and Robyn who are now getting him in the loop, letting him know the divorce is final. Okay, I still love you. Let's move forward. Process 1 is done. Process 2 is now the legal marriage with Robyn.
Now, this is where Meri clues Kody in about what she already told Robyn, which is that she is on board. She's on the team. She is coming to the legal marriage.
But I'm not coming. Since their last discussion, Kody's been sitting here thinking about their last discussion, and Meri reminds him that he wanted her to be part of the team at that discussion at the picnic table in Robyn's backyard. Now, Kody is explaining the general synopsis of him and Meri's relationship, which is he argues for one thing, she argues for another, and then during the argument, they switch and they change their minds. And that is why they're both so insufferable. Everything is on a whim. It just makes them contrarian, reactionary people to each other, and you never get anything accomplished. It drives me nuts.
It's also super bizarre because Kody's acting like this was a thing that Meri and Robyn came up with themselves.
When it was his idea, he reacted first by saying, "What are you talking about, Meri? You're part of the team."
It is like living on another planet. Like, did you not just say the last time we were together, you were the first one who spoke up and acted like it was offensive that Meri said she didn't want to come to the wedding? But now, total opposite opinion. He doesn't think Meri should come with them, even when she points out, well, Robyn came to the divorce.
Remember?
And he just goes, yeah.
I can see your point there.
But it's dismissive.
Yes. Yeah.
Like, nothing else to that. Just, yeah, that did happen.
Right. You are correct. Kody's concern now is that it's becoming another wedding. It's turning into another wedding, and he doesn't want another wedding. That's not what this is. This is just paperwork, exchanging hands, and that's all there is to it, because then we're talking about Meri is talking about having Leo there, and Robyn is talking about having Dana and Brianna there, which then Kody is hearing, okay, if their kids are coming, if we have 2 of the wives there and their children, then we need to open that invite over to Janelle and Christine. No, why?
Not just Janelle and Christine, but all of their kids.
And all of their kids, right. He's like, oh, this is getting out of hand. Well, you just made it get out of hand. Why are you now choosing to invite Janelle and Christine and all of their children to part of this process? Why don't we just make it the same people who participated in the divorce process, which was Robyn, Meri, and Kody? Why don't we have those same 3 participants go for the legal marriage part?
He also complains about the Elvis impersonator too, which I personally enjoyed.
He sent it over the top, because at that point, he was like, oh man, at one part of the conversation, Meri even suggested Elvis do the ceremony.
Like, it was a fucking joke.
It was a joke.
It's not like Meri went to go book the Elvis impersonator. That was a joke. But that's the point he's taking it to, like extremes that, like, look at what it's becoming now.
It's so over the top and ridiculous. That's not what we're talking about doing at all. But then here's the real nail in the coffin, is that Kody declares that he knows what goes through the minds of all of his wives. They have a marriage and a wedding date already. What this boils down to is he does not trust that Meri will not hold this date against Robyn and Kody. She's going to hang it over his head, and he doesn't want her to have that in her arsenal. That was my takeaway.
And, well, she was packing it up. She was ready to get it in there.
She was ready to, because she made the mistake of saying that out loud at the picnic table conversation, that I don't know if I trust myself to not hold a grudge about this date. And that was all Kody needed to hear to say, no, you're not coming, Meri.
The first time I watched this, I was really offended by Kody changing positions on the whole thing because it did seem like, oh, I'm done with you now, Meri. You signed the divorce papers. I told you nothing was going to change, but now I'm going to dump you off this team to the curb. That's how I took it. But
Right,
watching it over, I guess I do agree that it should just be a shuffling of paperwork. There shouldn't be much attention that's surrounding it. But that's not really what ends up happening anyway.
I was going to say, it needs to be, yeah, we can have the same three people. I don't know, maybe you can slip Meri some forget-me-nows so she doesn't know what day it is. Robyn could have a couple of those stashed for the ceremony. It's not even a ceremony. You're going to talk to somebody in a government building and sign a piece of paper.
And Robyn makes that very clear. Look, Kody, I am not looking for another wedding. She wants to make that clear that she's on the same page as Kody. I'm not asking for another wedding.
She's heard Kody's stance, and so she has to regurgitate it back to him and let him know, yes, that's where I'm coming from too. I don't want another wedding.
All I want is Meri and Dane and Aurora Brianna to be there. That's it. But then Kody throws out the idea of, but that might hurt Christine and Janelle's feelings.
But they're not part of the team. We already established that at the picnic table conversation. This is the team. This is the dream team. Us three. Why are we trying to loop in Janelle and Christine on this process at this point? It's too late. The train has left the station.
We didn't even really ask their opinions before we did this whole thing.
No.
So why are we now trying to incorporate them into it?
Don't backtrack and complicate. You're overcomplicating it. Don't do this.
We pretty much just end with Meri and Robyn trying to overrule Kody because they're like, look, we have a plan. We like this plan. We both see the value in doing it the way we want to do it.
But Kody did a full analysis of the situation and realized he needed to simplify. Just cut Meri out of this equation entirely. She's not there anymore. It's done.
The team thing, that was sweet.
It was cool for the divorce.
But
because we needed Meri to be on board for that part of it.
But now we don't really need her anymore.
But now that
dead weight.
Now that she desperately wants to be part of the team, she can't be on the team.
Fast forward again.
4 weeks.
Whoa. It's been a month since the divorce became final. So Kody and Robyn are planning a rendezvous. And if you want to know, it's December 11th, 2014.
Uh-oh. I hope Meri's not listening.
It's like saying the name of a demon out loud.
It's just giving that date power, and we don't want to do that.
They are heading to get legally married.
Yeah, because Kody and Robyn, they weren't just going to go rush out the next day, the day after the divorce is finalized. Come on, they got a little more class than that. They wanted to wait a socially acceptable amount of time to get remarried at a nondescript date of December 11th, 2014.
What did you think about it? I had a lot of thoughts, personally.
It was just like any other day. Robyn's been out shopping. Simple, clean, easy peasy. Just breezing by, doing some legal paperwork. No big deal.
I dislike this. I dislike it a lot. This would make me very jealous if I was in this situation.
Did you like how Kody was explaining the reasoning? Look, yeah, we're just coming out here. It's just me and it's Robyn. We're not involving anybody else from the family, so we don't hurt anybody else's feelings. ... Except Meri's, because Meri is completely cut out of this, and she made it abundantly clear that she wants to be involved in this step.
Oh, and he also mentions they waited till everyone else was busy. And then they're having this little secret rendezvous where they're meeting up. They're in their Sunday best.
It feels strange. It feels like we're eloping or something.
Right. That is the point.
That's what you're doing.
You took something that you said was a shuffling of paperwork, and now you're comparing it to an elopement.
You're making it a secret commitment ceremony.
You're making it romantic. That's the problem.
Okay.
So,
because it's their dirty little secret.
Right. That's
Whoa.
something. Whoa.
Oh, look out.
Gets them going in bed.
Uh-oh. Ooh, it gets that goiter going, like that dinosaur in Jurassic Park. You know, the one that spits the venom in Newman's face?
I don't think I can ever watch that scene the same again.
I'm talking the original Jurassic Park. I haven't stayed up on all the new reboots and sequels and stuff. But boy.
But if it wasn't something that warranted attention, then why not just say, hey, we're going to run down to the courthouse, grab a fistful of popcorn shrimp,
Blow
out of there. No, we're going to go sign that. And then when I get back, we're going to go to Costco, okay? That's something that doesn't warrant attention.
On the way home, I'm going to go to Costco.
Do you guys need anything?
Yeah, that would make it not important. But I think that was where, again, they don't want to give power to the date. And that was what Meri accidentally voiced in their initial meeting. And that's what Kody had as his takeaway note for the rest of the involvement in this process. Don't let them know what day it is, because I will never hear the fucking end of it on that day.
It just looks like he is so psyched to be walking into that courthouse to marry Robyn. And that's what makes it feel exactly like what they said it wasn't.
So Cody's calling Robyn on his Bluetooth headset, like most grooms do. It's wedding day, eloping day, whatever you want to call it. Because go figure, Robyn's lost in her minivan, but she eventually finds her way there.
They're just going to a nondescript park, too.
It's a recurring theme here, though. It's just Robyn driving around behind buildings in her minivan, not able to read signs. They're going too fast.
Oh.
She's turning the radio down so she can concentrate harder. And Kody just feels so strange. And it's not just the Bluetooth radiation that's buzzing around in his brain right now. Robyn's reminding him that Meri started this whole thing. So, well, that's nice. All right, okay, let's go, though. Good thing she isn't here to let that big, bad, evil date, that looming day that would forever scar the family. Thank God she's not here to witness it.
Then they walk out of the courthouse and they're giggling about how lackluster the whole experience was.
And that's exactly what Kody wanted. That was what the doctor ordered.
It was perfect. So why not have the other wives there then? If it was so lackluster, it was so boring, it was so uneventful, it was such a government experience.
I guess it did kind of become a government experiment, too, in some ways. No house salads required, though, at the end of this transaction, so that was good.
Then Kody rambles a lot about honor and all the people and all the things they're honoring by not making the marriage license day a big deal.
A lot of honor. Yes, there was a lot of honor talk. Honoring the wedding day by ignoring our wedding license day was the main takeaway.
And now they can work on adopting the kids, and Robyn starts to cry about how great that is.
We just got to wait a few days for the marriage license to get there, hot off the press, and then we submit it to a lawyer, and then that lawyer submits it to a court, and then we'll be able to go about the adoption process. How amazing is that? Let's cry about it.
And that is it. That is where we stopped this episode, because then all of a sudden we got all this preview footage for the rest of the season, which means that's the official end of the episode.
Yeah, that's where we're going to cut it off.
And then it just turns into this look back at old tell-all footage.
Yeah, but this season, boy, oh boy, Meri has medical issues. Christine fights with Kody. Janelle and Meri talk. Maddie's got a man. Robyn's got a bun in the oven. The adoption process begins, and something tells me it's not going to be as easy as they expected. But they didn't even mention the catfish.
Oh, boy.
We get to the beginning of the catfish.
This is the beginning of Catfish Watch, y'all.
Oh, man.
So we're in December 2014. The catfish shows up March 2015.
So close now.
So let's keep our eyes peeled. Next episode, Meri is emotional as she tries to tell the kids about the marriage license shift to Robyn. Plus, Kody wants to adopt Robyn's kids from her first marriage, in case you missed the last 3 episodes.
Yeah, it's basically what we've been talking about.
Thank you for listening. If you want to support us, the best way to do that is by subscribing to the podcast and leaving a review on Apple Podcasts or Spotify.
Be sure to tweet with us about the episode at surviving_pod.
Stay tuned, share with friends. See you next week.